What's up, people? I see the microphone is picking me up. I did not fail that. It's 2 days in a row that we hit it correctly. We are moving and grooving at the right speed, except it still start the music way too loud, and I can't even think. What's going? Hey, Jedi, what is going on, my man? How's it going? How goes it? How are you doing? Let's see. I'm still fumbling over here though. So things are better, but still plenty to mess up as always. Vyas, what's up, dude? How's it going? How's it hanging? Is it, you know what I learned? Where the whole how's it hanging, the full question is like how's it hanging to the left or to the right, and they're talking about, you know, it was a way that guys would greet each other. I learned that the other day, and I can't use that phrase the same way ever since. It's very strange. Good. I am doing much better now. I accidentally broke MovieOtter. It was broken for a little bit, not fully broken, but it was broken for a little bit. And actually, Jedi, you, my friend, you would be pleased if you haven't been to MovieOtter in the past hour hour and a half. Go there, check it out, because you a feature that you requested, Mr. Jedi Master Soda, just being able to see the year that a movie came out. If we were to look for Star Wars, right? Oh, there's so many Star Wars, how am I ever supposed to know which one is which and blah blah blah? Well, now you can actually see what year something's come out, and not only what year, but also in some very special cases, usually anything that is going to be newly added to a list. You can also see the runtime right from here. So if you are deciding what to watch, you're trying to find a movie, you can get a little bit more information about a movie before you even click into it. And this was a hassle. It was a hassle and a half, I'm not gonna lie, but it was good work. And even better, arguably even better than all of this, is when you go into a movie page. Not only do you get the movie, do you get the runtime, do you get the release date, but, well, this is a bad example because this is the first time it's being loaded since I did this, and so everything is loading, but you also get the cast and the characters of the movie. So, and you can add more, you know, we only show you so many at a time, but you can view more, right? It's handy. You can't click into it, or, you know, we didn't go all crazy yet, right? You can't click into it and then pull up like a Hugh Jackman page and then see all the movies that he's been in. But we did do a lot of the foundational work to allow for that in the future. Cool. Now ratings too. I know ratings. We did not get the ratings, not yet at least. Come to find out, ratings are a little bit harder to get from the movie database. I basically, well, I'm sure you all might know this offhandedly, but it didn't dawn on me. And also, I think for the same reason, my release date information might be wrong. But it didn't dawn on me that, oh, when you know, launch a movie, you launch it all around the world, and so the release date is going to be different depending on where you are. Not only is the release date going to be different, but also the rating is, they tend to be localized and different depending on where you are. So that information we do not have yet. Obviously, I am an American, and so I'm going to default use all the American units, all the freedom units, as some would say, for our movies and entertainment. But hey, that is we've made it better. We've made progress, at least, you know. This is true. Yeah. So what are you gonna do? But that is something that we've done. We've added. Hopefully, nothing you have now is broken. Like I said, in lists, where before we had this update, any movie that's in a list isn't gonna change or be updated, right? I'm not gonna go through and sort of add this information to everything. But going forward, if you were to add something to a list, like down here, I just added a bunch of great Disney movies to my list. All the new entries should have this information. So, which, by the way, this brings me to a really good question I have for you guys. So like I said, we are working towards hitting this MVP for June 1st, right? That is Monday. I stream Monday. I think hitting the actual, typing in the actual launch commands and sending things live on Monday on stream, probably going to be a very nice, worthy send-off, right? And then maybe we just spend the rest of the day talking about movies. That might be maybe just a more conversational stream, right? I also need to do a lot of prep work before that. There's still just features, actually. There's a lot of stuff I need to do. So today, like I said, we're working on just being able to track a movie that you've seen, right? You can flag a movie that's, okay, I saw this. Optionally, maybe you put in a date, else we'll just default to whatever the current time is or something like that, right? We also need to update some of our homepage blocks, right? Because if you look at our homepage now, some of these features we are not going to be able to get in by the 1st. And so I don't want to start broadcasting this app and posting it on like Reddit and tweeting it out and things like that. And then people come here and they're like, oh, sweet, it does all these great things. And then they sign up and they start using it and it doesn't do those things. So we do need to update some of our copy here. I think it could be cool to maybe emphasize some of the stuff that is in the app already, right? And maybe we could even still have some squares that just say like coming soon, or like something like show like a roadmap, right? Of like what are some of the other features that we're looking to do. But Def MPAA and BBFC for short. I don't know what that is. What? Release it on early access for $30. Then everyone will be okay with bugs. Yeah, right. That is the going rate. Also, email and password sign up. I really want to get that in. And I think it was OneDark. I think OneDark had a couple issues with signing in on different devices where it made an account, but then it didn't make an account, and all these things kind of went topsy turvy. But all this to say, I am hopeful. I'm not gonna say confident. I'm not gonna say sure by any means. But I'm hopeful that we'll be able to get through a lot of these tickets still. But I did have a question for you guys, the people who do know about MovieOtter so far, who've made accounts, who've maybe added some things to a favorites or watch later or a list or whatever. Come Monday, right? When we officially launch our MVP, how do you guys feel about a data wipe? Obviously, some things wouldn't need to be wiped, like the usernames, right? Everyone who had an account and who's made a username, you'll be able to keep your username. I wouldn't wipe that. But like wiping lists, I guess list is really the only list. Favorite data, like favorite movies, and maybe watch later. I don't know how many of you guys have already started using that. And hold on one second. I will be right back. Sorry about that. Girlfriend came in. I forgot to feed the cat, and she yelled at me for it. So rightfully so. I'm a bad cat parent. You guys just saw me get yelled at on stream, and I feel terrible. But to be fair, she is a butthole, like 95% of the time. Not to say that cats who are mean don't deserve to be fed, but if there was ever a cat, it would be her. A clean slate is a good idea. It's the UK and US rating system. Didn't know that. All right. Definitely wipe once a month. Keep us on our toes. Ninja Lena. If I was ever gonna think about hiring somebody for some data management, it is no longer you, my friend. No, don't drag me. It was an honest accident. We were just watching TV and eating dinner, and we got hooked into this crazy episode of Law and Order SVU. My God, that show is addicting. It's so good. And then afterwards, I was like, oh, I got to get ready to stream. And then I ran upstairs and started getting ready. and just totally forgot to feed the cat. So don't worry, it's fine. She'll live. She's fine. Our cat is not dying. All right. She is alive and well. I assure you, she has enough chunk on her to last her a lifetime. All right. 1 hour getting fed 1 hour late is not gonna do her any damage. If anything, it'll do her some good. Proof she's alive. Well, maybe we'll open the door later, and if she comes in here, you guys we'll throw my cat on stream. We'll have kitten cam. But all that said, we need to get to work because we are on an incredible deadline here. Never once did I think I would have a deadline set by myself that I still am worried I can make. It's very, very sad. Okay, I'm committing to starting on this ticket. Users should be able to track the movies they've watched. You should do the streamer thing where you put a cam on your cat. Honestly, our friend Stella, she does that. If my cat was able to like be chill enough, I would totally first of all, she was small enough. I would love to get her one of those little like wall cradle things, right? You just kind of suction cup it to the wall and she just gets up there. She loves climbing, so that would be right up her alley. But I don't think I would need to definitely drill some holes into that wall, and I rent, so that's not gonna happen. But okay, we need to be able to favorite movies, or not favorite movies. We need to be able to tag movies that we can watch. There we go. A cat GoPro? Oh, dude, that'd be so good. Oh my god, do they have like wireless GoPros that you can like remote into? Where's technology at? How far has technology gotten for us? Is it possible to do that? Let's see. They say the camera adds 10 pounds. The camera's on Bruce, but she is thick. Yeah, she is. She a real thick girl. Where's my GitHub? GitHub. Boom. Okay. Let's make a new branch. Is the feature? Let's see. Watch history. That sounds fancy, all right? I think it's a good name for it. I misspelled thick. There's all caps and 2 C's. Yes. Okay, so we have this new branch. We are gonna need to start definitely with some. Actually, I don't know if we need to start with anything in the core. Actually, no, we do. There's some data we're gonna need. Namely, we're gonna need the time that you watched it. I'd love to actually maybe add in some notes so you can like remind yourself. So all right, here's another thing, right? You have one thing with MovieOtter that I want to personally do. I'm not the biggest fan of, or rather, not that I'm not a big fan, but one thing I don't want to add is just make it kind of like another Rotten Tomatoes where you're giving your review score to movies, right? A 1 to 10 or 4 out of 5 stars or whatever it is, right? I do, however, have an Isaiah system for rating, right? I've implemented it into my life. Now use this anytime I'm rating anything. It's a personal scale. It is 1, I hate something. It's a 1 to 4 scale. 1 is I hate something. Like I actively hate it, right? It falls along the bell curve. This is the bottom 10%. The next 40% is a 2, where I dislike something. Or maybe I don't like something, right? From 50 to 90 is I like it. That's a 3. The vast majority of things are 2s and 3s. And then the top 10%, the things that I love, that I actually really, really go out of my way to, and I think it's great, that's a 4. It's very, I feel like, simple scale once you start using it. And so my question to you is, obviously we could add a 1 to 10, you could rate it, right? If you really choose. Or I could put in my Isaiah scale, maybe call it the MovieOtter scale or something like that, right? That really just tells, like, I feel like that'll tell you more Isaiah scale. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You'll be able to get a little bit more from it, right? No analysis paralysis or anything like that. Like, is this a 6 or is it a 7? I don't know. Blah blah blah. That's fair. I'm a 3 on my own scale too. Yeah. Sometimes I'm a 2. You can't get too high. That's just not a good thing, right? You gotta be humble. But cool. So I think we're gonna do the MovieOtter scale. I think that's what I'm gonna call it. I think we will go from there and let's go from there. Cool. So let's first open up our core, because there's gonna be a lot of things that we're gonna need to at least create outlines for. Also, guys, you can't see this right now, but I'm so sad. I need some keyboard recommendations from you guys. My keyboard, for whatever reason, the E key just stopped working, and so I had to go and plug in my old Mac keyboard that I'm running into my old keyboard, because the ports still work, right? My mouse and everything can still be plugged into it. But yeah, I'm using this Mac keyboard on a Windows computer, and it feels weird. The buttons aren't right. It makes me confused as to where I am. I don't know what year it is. I don't know what day it is. And I need a new keyboard. So if you have, what kind of keyboard do I like? Well, my current keyboard is a Logitech G710. I do think it's a little big. The numpad is nice, but honestly, if I got something that didn't have a numpad, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But I really want something that is compact. There's here we can take a quick hot second. This is a conversational stream, right? You guys are okay with a little combo? Let's see. If I go to Amazon and I go to my list, and derail. I know. That's how this podcast. That's how the stream works. Boom. This is the one I was looking at, right? It looked cool. It apparently had good reviews. I mean, the metal frame, I guess, is nice. I don't need the RGB, but I said that before, and I love RGB, so I figured, why not? Worst case, I could always just turn it off, right? This is the Keychron. I don't know what brand this is or anything, but I've never heard of it. But it's got pretty good reviews, decent amount of ratings. It's $100. It's mechanical. I think it's Bluetooth, right? So I can be wire free on my desk, which I do like. My current keyboard is USB, so I have to plug it in, and it takes 2 USB ports too, which is really bad. But yeah, so this is the current one. What is this? Is the same thing? Same thing. Okay, well, this is the current one that I was looking at. Ooh, all the rainbows. Oh man, that keyboard was worth 20 bits. Oh man, thank you so much, Game Honesters. You are getting me 1 step closer, 20 steps closer to being able to get this keyboard. So thank you very much. Yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think. If you have any recommendations, send them my way. I was gonna say that was a lot more than 1. That is 20. That's a lot more. Off the band, dude. What's up? And welcome to the stream. How goes it? How's your day been? I guess I don't need this anymore. We can just close it. Cool. We are gonna be working on. Yeah. Let's do a new file, right? It'll be no new file. What are we gonna call this one? This can be ooh. This looks cool. Blade Master. That's a nice name. I feel like I could code better with a keyboard called Blade Master. Let's see. What is NKRO? What does that mean? Jeez, there's an input dial. What? Okay, that's cool. You can get an attachment. That's cool. That's a cool idea. I like that. This actually does look pretty cool. Forward. Oh, so as you're typing, you can just like use your pinky to go like forward and back. Single click, double click. What? Oh man. All right. I'm very curious about that. Ooh, and I can get custom colors. I can get like MovieOtter colors. That would be dope. Okay, that's cool. I might. That's something cool to look into. That is something cool to look into. The Blademaster Pro series. Okay, the Pro series is Bluetooth and wireless and everything like that. Oh man. All right. Well, it's fancy for music controls. Ooh. Yeah, dude, I'm so it has been a week. It has been a week for a lot of people, me included. I am so glad that it's Friday. All right, I'm gonna bookmark this before I forget. So glad that it's Friday. I will add this to my shopping list. Looking very. The only bad thing about it being Friday is that I have less time to build MovieOtter, right? Like again, I'm trying to hit this goal, this MVP launch on Monday. I got 2 days now. The Pro version. Ooh. I designed it, or are you asking Jedi if he designed it? Oh, found on a Kickstarter button. Okay, see, this is what you have. You can vouch for it. All right, well, hey, it honestly, that goes a long way because again, I trust you, and this is the whole principles of MovieOtter, right? Cool. I will actually look into that. I've never bought anything off of Kickstarter, and I guess it's not off of Kickstarter anymore. They launched the website; you could just buy it straight from them. Oh God, what are you sending me here? Pascal, drink to forget, drink and laugh at, drink to try to understand the movie. Drink something fancy while enjoying, and the best of drinks. Do you think this is the Film Beaver scale? Is that what's going on here? Are you trying to send me the Film Beaver scale and how you guys are gonna have your rating system? That's a good scale. That was a good scale. I feel like though, like up until level 4, I don't know anything. Like, okay, the best of drinks, I'm gonna assume because it's the highest, it's a good score. But 4, that I guess that means you're drinking something fancy while enjoying. I guess the while enjoying implies that you're enjoying, but I'm skeptical. Okay. Let's see. History. I guess I could do a watched movie. Or yeah, let's just keep it simple. A history entry, right? History entry. There we go. .ts. Cool. Starting off here. So far, so good. You know what else I also realized? I also realized that I think my text editor might be a little too small for you guys. I might have accidentally one day lowered my font size, and then you guys have just been looking at nothing all day long. But okay. And actually, to be honest, let's open up something else because I've definitely forgotten a lot of this stuff already. If we look at person. Whew. Okay. All right, so let's export interface history entry. The data for history entry is going to be history. I don't like history entry is too much of a mouthful. Is there a one word? Is there a one word for something you've watched? Like what could we call that? History entry sounds too seen. Watched. Both of those, yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe watched. I don't know. I don't know. But do you feel me? Like, I feel like history entry is a mouthful. I guess we could just call it a. No, can't call it a history. That sounds weird. Watched movie. Viewed. Ah. But then we're gonna have viewings, right? Like that's gonna be, or I guess that'd be a watch party. So yeah, sure. View, synced with my own eye. Synced it. Oh my god, that's such a great show. I almost want to just maybe this. You know what? This file is just gonna be history. All right, because it's gonna just deal with the history of what you've seen. Well, and then the class. Let's see. Export class. Damn, you're gonna stream it on the night I end up working late. Whoa, oh man, I don't like that. Maybe there's like a weird conspiracy that whenever I stream, you have to work late, or is it that just every time you happen to work late, I'm also streaming? Because I would argue that I stream consistently, and so that's concerning. You maybe don't. You gotta take a day off, man. You can't be working late forever. Or whenever I work late, you have to stream. I like that. Whenever you work late, let me know, and I'll have to stream that day, assuming it's on a stream schedule. But I will make sure that I stream extra well for that. It's the same for my dinner. I sleep when I finally ship, dude. That's the way to go. That's real good. All right, I'm gonna go with just history for now until we can think of a really solid word. Right? But we're gonna have a history ID, a string. We're gonna have what else? Somebody took my gifted sub throne. Yeah, Cerebral. He came in with an extra 10, I think, like a stream or two ago. He showed you up, man. Beast, I think Beast also tried to come in and take the throne, but it wasn't happening. Extends history. Cool. So we'll have something. I guess technically we need why? What is history? Why is this not auto-completing? What? I'm so confused. Oh, implements. Yes, implements that. History ID, which is a string. I hate that I have to say it again. You won't do it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Okay. I really don't like this name, and it's gonna bother me, but I'm gonna try to persevere. On movie ID, right? Yep. Okay, this is gonna be a string. Gotta have a movie ID. In fact, actually, I think it might be better if we have a movie that is simple movie data. Movie, which we'll need to import. Let's see, import something from here. Simple movie data. A movie. Simple movie data. Cool. All right. Ooh, a rating. Which we need to make our rating. Let's see. Type movie. I guess. Yeah, I guess it's I'll call it a MovieOtter rating. That's gonna get really, let me type it out once and see how I feel. Yeah, that's not so bad, I guess. That's not so bad. But you know what we should do? We should actually make it an eno. Yeah, we should make it an eno. That sounds boring. Well, what? It's a rating system. Systems aren't sexy, right? They're boring. That's how it usually works. MovieOtter rating. Let's see. Hate. Yeah, I guess maybe we just keep it simple. There's hate. Oh, you know what? In our breakpoints file. Okay, so we do have to first let's export this. Hate equals 0. Dislike equals 1. Like equals 2. Love equals 3. Movie scale, goodness rating. I guess movie scale I can see. What about rating scale? Because I don't want to my issue with using rating is that like movies have ratings, right? They can be PG-13, they could be something else. Like rating has a meaning already, like just plain basic rating. So I want it to be something rating or a little bit more. Goodness scale, I think it's maybe a little, also a mouthful. I don't know if that's any better than this. Review rating? Review scale? But it's not really review, but I guess that gets the point across at least. Yeah, I guess it gets the point across. Oh, Christian CC. How's it going? Thank you so much for the follow, dude. Do you have a recommendation of what we can call our internal review scale? I'm going with review scale for now. I don't like it, but it's clear what it means. So, or maybe reaction scale, because that's really more what it is. Yeah, maybe even we could just even drop scale. It's just, what is your reaction to the movie? You watched it, what's your reaction? Oh, I hate it. Oh, I didn't like it. Oh, I liked it. Oh, I loved it. I like that. I'm gonna go with reaction. Okay. Reaction. It's gonna be a reaction or no. Review or react? It's not a review. I am sure about that. But hey, maybe reaction isn't right either, but it is at least something. Impression. Ooh, that could be good too. What's your impression of it? Oh, I hated it. Oh man. What if I told you a lot of things are reviews? Fair. But I also think a lot of things aren't reviews. I know, I hate reviews. Yeah, you do. Let's see. We could have notes. Sure, we'll give somebody the option of leaving a note to their movie. String or note. String or null. And some of this, let's condense this. And then we're gonna need date time. I can't think of something better, so ooh. And this means that we're gonna need to do the whole fancy schmancy way that we're using data. So we have a date time that's gonna be T. By default, it's gonna be a date, but it can also come in as a string or as a Firebase timestamp or who knows, anything else. Okay, so far so good. I like this. I think this is all we need for now. Actually, I do think this is all we need for now. Cool. So, just make this date. That's gonna default to date. Okay, cool. if we go to our person, let's just steal some of the stuff. Let's steal this whole outline. So the beauty, at least of things so far, is I don't think a lot of this is gonna need to and I'm thinking of just switching it to watched movie because history is already not right, and it's not right enough that it bothered me for so long. So let me use this, and we'll see how I feel. Watched ID. We can shorten this though to watched ID. Maybe this whole thing could just be a watched. I don't know, man. I don't know. The I watched. I like watched ID. We'll keep that. We'll just keep moving on. We'll move on. I could literally spend all day doing this, and I can't afford to do that. Okay. Let's see. So see this dot watched ID. The movie is gonna be this dot movie. Date time. This dot date time. The reaction. This dot reaction. And notes. This dot notes. The Inception. Blah. Okay, what doesn't it like? Oh, because I don't have a constructor yet? I think it's because I don't have a constructor yet. Okay. You know what? Let me close that file. It keeps popping up and I don't need it. Let's see. That. I watched movie. Watched ID. Data. Watched ID. What? Come on. Oh, it's because I didn't rename this. Watched ID. There we go. Now it should be happy. Yes, it is happy. Okay. So far, so good. We're on a roll here. Not name. We have movie. Not profile URL. We have date time. Not this, but reaction. And then not this, but notes. Hey, JTP. How's it going, dude? Wait. Hold on. Do I know you in real life, JTP? Because I know someone who today talked about my stream in person. I did pass my goal. We destroyed my goal. Holy crap. No, that wasn't me. Okay. All right. Well, you have someone else out there with similar initials? I have to imagine that those are your initials. But yes, Boic, we completely crushed the goal. Just straight demolished it. We got way more followers than I thought we would ever get. And it's really great. It feels so good. I'm very happy with what we were able to accomplish. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Just know that you are forever in my hearts. And that's it. We're gonna stop there. You guys are good. Yep. Ooh. Okay. From document, this is gonna be. I need to import because we got to do our stupid Firebase timestamp thing here, where we have one that is from document and one that is from You know what? Holy crap, I never realized this. I can... No, I can't do that. I can't have one. Well, I guess I could just have one that's the same thing. If we say T, or what comes after T? TU? Yeah, let's just do T2 equals Firestore timestamp. I watched, or the date, and we have this be T2, right? Then we can say our date time, which right now should have. Why does it have that? I'm so confused. I broke it. Data dot. Oh, okay. Data dot time. This is a date or that. Ooh. You know what? No. Now is not the time to try to experiment with things. We are gonna be Firebase timestamp. We're gonna hard code this. This is what we know we're gonna have. Dot to date. Cool. Sweet. Okay. What else do we need? We don't have to import anything from Firebase or from the movie database. And then we just need something to get a document path. Watched movie. Oh, we don't have a collection name. Yeah, these should be in its own separate collection name. Let's jump up here. Put that. And this, the collection name can be history. I like that. Okay. Or maybe watch history. Yeah, let's go watch history. Watch history. Because I already ran into this problem that it is very easy to, no, not you, Siri. It is very easy to name something you think is generic, but it turns out to be pretty specific, and then you screw yourself over later with it. Generics were a beautiful mistake, but mostly a mistake. Yeah, it definitely feels that way. It is so easy to get wrapped up in trying to make just the perfect generic, you know? Okay. And what a beautiful thing is here, I learned this the hard way, is that whenever I make something that is potentially null, when I'm getting my data, Firebase, I learned this today. For anyone who's using Firebase, here's a tip. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. You don't go down the same path. Maybe you just wouldn't use Firebase to begin with. I have no idea. But Firebase, when you give it data, when you pass in data, there's an option for it to skip undefined values. So if I pass in an object and foo is undefined and bar is null, you can set a flag so that it throws away foo, which is undefined. It only accepts bar, and it treats null as no value, which is what null is. And undefined is just there was no value set to it kind of thing, right? It makes sense. I am silly, and I just never bothered to actually think about it. And so this whole time I was running into bugs about like, oh, this thing is undefined. I'm like, yeah, that's the point. I want you to set it to whatever don't change it, right? And I went down this really weird rabbit hole. And of course, there's like one Stack Overflow post from 2015, right? Where somebody asked this question and someone else came in and there was only one answer to the question. And it's like, oh yeah, you have to do this. And that was it. And it worked. And it was like, all right, well, cool. You just saved me so much time. Thank you. Very random. If somebody can link, or if any of our mods know the XKCD post that's also like that, except I guess in a negative way, he didn't find the answer. Feel free to link it because it's pretty great. Okay, this is a watch later entry. This is gonna be very, very good. We also need to let's see. I'm a little scared too, guys. So I made these changes, right, to Firebase, and yep, that makes sense. We are writing a lot. Yes, we are. This might have been a mistake, but with the way that we're handling movies, right, where whenever you load a movie, we import the cast. I figured out the issue of why it was breaking whenever I tried to import more than 5 people. I also, fun fact, figured out why sometimes our movie posters weren't fully loading. I didn't know that Node's file system module isn't promise based. It's callback based. And so I had to wrap like some of the functions and promises and return those to use in my like async await stuff. Yeah, I thought that by now they would have updated it and it would have been fine, but nope, not promise based at all. They don't return promises. You got to pass in, and you not only do you have to pass in a callback, it's not even like a callback that you pass in on the function. You have to like trigger an event listener, and then they'll let you know when it happens. So it was real bad. But all that to say, because of how much we're now pulling in data, I'm a little concerned about how many reads and writes we're gonna hit as people at least start to populate the database, right? Obviously, like I said, the reason why we're doing it lazily, what I'm dubbing is lazily populating the database, is to not hit crazy reads and writes right out the gate, right? Like, and also I just don't want to set up like a script or anything like that runs nightly and imports any data from the database, from the movie database, all that stuff. I'm lazy, and this is within my scope of talent. But it's still a little concerning. Oh, so far only 1 error seen in the last day. That's not bad. Oh, and that was like a few days ago. No, that was yesterday. No, that was last stream where we were breaking stuff. That's totally fine. Okay, cool. If we go to our database and we go to our rules, we're gonna need to add a new rule. So how do we want to do this? Why are you concerned? For money? Yes and no. Obviously, even if the free tier they give you is very, very generous, and even if you do go over that, the cost of going over it. So like, put it like this: they give you, for example, 50,000 reads a day, right, for free, just in their free tier. And anytime you go over that, it's, I think, 2 cents for every 100,000 on top of that. And so like, or maybe 18 cents. I think it might be 18 cents. Either way, you would have to like get a crazy amount of traffic and so many people coming in and like, you know, finding movies and importing them, and also importing all different movies, because once it's imported, then that's it. We don't import it again, right? And so there's a perfect storm would have to happen for it to like really surge and start costing me tons of money. And I think even with like crazy amounts of traffic, the most it would ever charge me, like the most it would probably cost me out of pocket, is maybe like $20. You know what I mean? Which if I can get enough people to come to this site and start using it, that it costs me $20 for the hosting and data and everything, that is such a win. Oh my god, I would love you guys to charge me $20. All right, could protect the cat. Yeah. So, well, yes and no. I think for the time being, while it's still so fragile, I don't want to do any caching too heavily, because like if the data's wrong, or if I end up, you know, changing the shape of something, I want to be able to update it and then people get that. I could definitely do like maybe look into seeing how to cache for like a day or something maybe. I also need to go through and just optimize my queries, because right now they're pretty unoptimized, not gonna lie. Like everything I'm doing is a snapshot, and so like every time any data changes, everyone at all who is on a page that would be listening for that change gets that change forced onto them, and those counts as reads for me. And so it's a very intricate Firebase situation where there's definitely things I could just do on my own that would ease my worry, and I have those things. I've tracked those things and added them to my project management software to do after we launch, after we hit MVP. And so I'm not gonna worry about it too much right now, but it is just something I need to be aware of, and by that I also would like you guys to be aware of to keep me on my toes as well. Okay, so we need this collection. This is going to be a top level collection. Whoop, top level collection. It's going to be here. It's going to be the ID. Oh, crap. Well, maybe I do want it to be history. Or this could be a perfect opportunity to use if we look at our users, anyone can read a user, but anyone can read the followers. You want your watch history to be public. I don't want anyone to, I don't want that information to be public. I feel like that's a little bit more private, right? Only you should be able to see your watch history. Or I don't know, you guys let me know. Like, is the history of the movies you've watched, is that, I guess that could be public, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Then I guess MongoDB Atlas free tier is a lot better in terms of saving. Probably. I played around with that a little bit. The only thing I didn't like with that, and it's not that again, on the MovieOtter scale, it would get a 2. Actually, I messed up my own scale. Hold on. It is did not like, oh, man, I'm blanking on my own scale now. Janet, for the Isaiah scale, 0 is a hate it. Well, 1 is a hate it. 2 is 2 dislike it, or I just did not like it. Yeah. Oh, how the turntables. Okay, 2 is I did not like it. Okay, 3 is like it, 4 is love it. Cool. Okay, so I did not like it. That's what I thought. This didn't having dislike here didn't sit well with me. I knew there was a reason. But yes. People can see my watch list. It's not a bug, it's a feature. On a serious note, it makes sense to share my watch list to friends. So, well, those are, all right, I see what you're saying, but watch list is actually, so like in my head, when I hear watch list, I think of what I want, like my watch later list, which I do want to make public at some point. And I think your favorites also we're gonna make public. I don't remember anymore, if I'm being very honest with you. I had talked about this on a previous stream, and we came up with a plan, right, of like what made sense about having this list be public and this one private and blah 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 and this data blah, you know. But yeah, it makes sense to just share your history, your watch history with friends. I don't know any other service that would share your watch history though. So that's why inherently I'm thinking like, oh, maybe it should just be private, right? Like I can't click on someone's YouTube profile and see the things they've watched. I can see the things they've liked or the things they've added to a list, but I can't just see what they've watched, you know? Or like on Netflix, right? I mean, Netflix doesn't have any kind of social integration. But you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm probably just overthinking it. But it kind of matters here because I need to write the rules for it. Let's see. Those are very different examples. That is very true. I think what I want to do is have your watch history be private. Spotify lets you see what your friends have listened to. Really? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I guess services do that, don't they? All right, well, maybe it's just gonna be true then. And there's no like. I guess the other thing I need to be better at is like, first of all, nowhere, and at least not yet, right? I guess things could always change, but nowhere in MovieOtter are we like collecting like sensitive data, like credit card information, or even like phone number and email, right? Like that's all stored. Technically, we collect your email when you sign up, but that's not in our database. That's not user accessible, right? It's barely like me accessible. I can like use the API to query for things, but I can't like see just like authentication information, right? Same as what BBM. What is BBM? People know what you're listening to. Oh, okay, it's a service. Yeah. So maybe your watch history could just be true. All right. I definitely don't want to write to any document. Oh wait, no. We can allow read if true and allow write if the request dot resource dot data dot, oh man, I did this somewhere else. How does that work? Data dot, oh my god, this in our code here, we don't have the user. We are missing the user ID. User ID string. Wow, that was a huge oversight on my end. User ID this dot user ID, and same here. This dot user ID equals data dot user ID, because that's what we're gonna need to check against. We are definitely gonna need that information. Okay. Let me throw this up here. Make it a little bit easier. Resource data creator ID, resource data user ID equals request dot auth dot UID. Okay, I think this is right. BlackBerry Messenger. Oh god. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, that's, you might not. Hold on. Let's see. For YouTube, you might not want people to know what freaky videos you've been watching, but we'll probably feel the same about what movies they've seen. I was thinking that's like my concern, right? For whatever reason, I don't know if like people would feel weird about like, I don't know, going through like, oh, he flagged that he watched. My thing is, if this was anything other than movie, right? If this was like I try to look at it in terms of other mediums, right? Like if MovieOtter was about books, right? Book readers don't judge. I mean, I guess, maybe snobby book readers and stuff like that. But like generally speaking, right? I feel like book readers aren't judging people based on the books that they read or want to read. Because generally books are made to be read and be enjoyed. Same for games, right? Like I can't think of anyone who would, I don't know, bash someone for having played a game. Maybe they might bash them for like not having played this game, right? If this is like a great game that is so greatly acclaimed and everyone should try it, and you haven't tried it yet, oh my god. But like no one's gonna be like, I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it. I think I'm overthinking it. Yeah, Goodreads lets you see other people. Okay, we're gonna make it private. We're gonna make it public. In fact, I think we're gonna make a lot of this stuff public. I think your watch history should be public. I think your favorites, we should probably change that to be public. As well as the stuff you want to watch. In fact, I know I need to make this public. I know I need to make that public. let's actually copy this here because we need to treat our logic separately for if you are creating or deleting something. If you are creating or updating, allow create, update. If request data user ID is the request auth, and we'll allow delete if the thing you're trying to delete is yours. Everything else will just set to false. Or reading will just allow true. I like this. I like this. C Films, dude, how's it going? Do you want a dislike list public? I guess technically that could be the watch history, right? You could go through and see what people thought of movies, and also, yeah, wait, your history has to be like your history inherently based on what MovieOtter is about has to be public, because the whole point is I go to C-Film, I go to your profile, I see some of the movies you like and dislike, and then I can make in theory, I can then make a better recommendation of what I think you might like based on seeing what you did and didn't like. Yes. Okay, this is good. I like this. We are actually going to change these now as well. Let's see. Oh, which makes me almost want to. Well, I know I need to actually. I'm not gonna change the favorite and watch later stuff yet because I have a ticket. That's one of the things where I renamed the list of something that conflicts with other things, and so I need to refactor how that happens, anyways. Unless, like you guys said, now is the perfect time to wipe the board and start fresh when we launch MVP. I'm gonna think about it later. It's not in scope for this ticket. Where's my scope creep? Pat, I need you. Okay, watch history, public. Movies, people, public. Yep, that's fine. Users, public. Even your followers. I have like the people who follow you and everything like that, public. I could probably flatten a lot of this data. Okay. You can create an update if it's yours. You can delete if it's yours. You can read any of them. Cool. Perfect. I think that's good. I'm going to stop there before I just keep going down this rabbit hole. Okay. So if we go back here, the collection. Ooh. I guess technically that would have been fine, but watched ID. Is it watched ID? That's what I called it, right? Yeah, watched ID. Is person anywhere in this file? No. Cool. Okay, this is good. Let's go. I guess we could just publish this. I guess this is really all we need as far as our core is concerned. npm run pub patch. So is that 4 set lists so far? Watched, watch later, favorited, like, and favorite list and dislike list. Close. There's 3. There's your history. You're like watched. So watched. There's the watch later, and there's favorites. We don't have an actual dislike list. What you like and what you dislike is going to be all within the watched list. So when you mark something as watched, you'll be given the option to say whether you liked it, disliked it, hated it, loved it, so on and so forth. I think this is actually going to be a short one. I think we'll be able to get this one done, and depending on how late we work, we could even start on friend recommendations, which that is going to be a little bit, that's going to involve some private stuff. But for now, we can worry about that later. Cool. We published this. We can... Oh, no. We need... There is something we need to update. Our user. Because I want to keep track of how many movies you've watched. And we can do that in our core user, the same way we're keeping track of how many favorites you have or followers you have or anything like that, we can also do that here. So followers, let's see, watched movies. Sure, because eventually we also want to keep track of how many watch parties you've been a part of. So this can just be watched movies, a number. Nope, wrong key command. There we go. Watched movies. Ooh, which means this is gonna need to get bumped to 7. Let's see. Watched movies. Yeah, we don't care about that. Let's see this. Watched movies. This is gonna be super straightforward. Yeah, this is a good one here. Your watched movies is gonna be your previous watched movies or 0. So we can default everyone to 0. In a way, I did make this change already. Whenever we push a minor change like this to like the user schema, the app should be smart enough to not pop up that sign up thing again, and instead just make that change, keep everything from the previous version, pass it along, and then go from there. So let's see. I guess this needs to be updated. Oh. I guess we will user dot watched movies legally will null. I guess that technically would stop you from having all your critical information. I get it now. Yeah, cool. Shokuji, I know you're busy, but what are your thoughts on Black Lives Matters movement and the protests and the death? Dude, that is a lot to get into. Am saddened by a lot of the stuff that's going on, right? Honestly, more than anything, I'm just hoping that no one gets hurt. Like, obviously there's tons of protests. I'm sure counter protests are in the works, if not have already happened. I haven't really been online too much today. But I know that a lot of stuff is being said by a lot of people. And my only huge one concern is that people just stay safe, right? Whether you're going outside, whether you're staying in, whether you know someone, whether you're angry, whether you're upset, whether you're happy, obviously things can go a multitude of different ways. I just want people to stay safe. That is my big concern. Which means I think I also need to do this again now because I changed this file. Yeah. But dude, like I said, like everything, thank you for asking, thank you for bringing up. I don't want you guys to think that there's any taboo things. The most, if a topic comes up in chat that I don't know anything of or I feel is not productive to the environment that we're trying to build here, the community trying to build here, we might stop it. But besides that, please thank you for asking, thank you for reaching out. Okay, that is deployed. We need to work on our server stuff because I want to increment counts, and thankfully we already do that with followers. So if we look at our followers file, in fact, if we just copy this to be history. Oh, what did I call that file? Crap, I made a mistake. Our index for our core, I don't actually share that anywhere. Hold on, so underneath movies, I guess it would be here with this group. We're gonna export all from watched movies is what I believe I called it. Watched history. I called it history. Now I'm gonna rename that file. Because that's not what it is now. Watched movie. Sure. Auto update things. Yeah, watch movies is fine. Nope, never mind. I lied. It should be singular. Watched movie. Okay. Cool. That's set. In here, we can say watched movie. Why does it not autocomplete? Watched movies. Movie. All right. Well, it knows it. It knows it exists, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. And then see in our core, deploy again. Hopefully this one will take. Oh, that was quick. All right. Apparently it did. So now if nope. So now if we close this, if we open up our, let's see, we're making a file. Oh my god, guys, I'm breaking everything. If you go to our serverless, go to our functions, go to our source. I was gonna copy followers, duplicate to be watched movie. Okay, here we go. Now things are clear. We're gonna go on watch added. Sure. It's gonna be I gotta do the thing where I input. Oh no, even better. Even before that, man, I'm struggling today. Today is a rough day. We gotta go to our functions, npm run. We have to grab the latest core code. All that stuff that we just pushed and we published, we gotta actually bring that in. It would help. And then we need to restart our TypeScript server so that it can know about all our fancy schmancy things that we just added. But my question to you guys now is how's your weekend? Do you have any weekend plans? What's going on? What do you have planned for the first? How are you gonna end the month? Are you gonna end it success? Did you accomplish the things you set out to accomplish? Are you gonna end it on a chill, relax mode, right? Or maybe you're just gonna spend the weekend playing some video games. You know, we got a new game coming out very, very soon. I imagine a lot of people are excited for it. You know, how are you guys gonna spend your weekend? That's what I would love to hear in chat. Hey, AVH, how's it going? So far so good. We are making progress. I made really good progress before stream, and then have not made much progress yet so far on stream. But that's okay. That is okay. Watched ID here. Okay. Let's see. On create, we have our snapshot, we have our data. The user ID is going to be params watched ID. And actually, I don't know. I have the data here. I don't know if I need to care about the watched ID. In fact, I definitely don't need to care about the watched ID. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wait. No, but I do need the user ID. From this snapshot is that as a MovieOtter I watched movie. Okay. And then we can actually just create it. Come on, const watched movie equals. Actually, I don't need to do any of that. I can just use the data. We're just gonna use the data. no sense in building stuff we don't really need or care about. Okay, so we have our user doc here with data.user ID. We don't have a follower doc. We don't have the inverse doc. There's none of that needed. You know what's great? We don't even need a transaction. This can all just be one thing. This is, if we go to user doc, where do we use user doc? Here, this user doc dot update. User doc dot update. Watched movie. Oh no, I forgot what the thing was called. Ooh, chores. Oh, dude, that sucks. Accomplished a small-ish mission. What mission was that? What mission was that off the band? Jedi gonna watch the space. Did you miss it, or did it? Wait, didn't it happen? Are you gonna watch a recording of it all, or is there the landing, or what? I thought that happened. Am I tripping? Did I go through time and space? Oh, what new game is there? That's a really good question. I think a lot of people are building up anticipation for The Last of Us, which is coming out in a week or two. I think it's like a week or two. So that I for one am very, very excited about it. Also, I think PlayStation announced today that they were going to be putting on a show about new games. More like 3 weeks. Oh, that's so far away. Oh yeah, it's like the 17th, right? Never mind. Don't be excited for that yet. Just don't care about it. Let's see. Forgot about SpaceX. Doesn't look good though. Oh no! Why not? Oh no. Oh. Alright, well, I mean, thankfully it was just their test Starship rocket, but man. And yes, we should be hitting our launch on Monday. We will do it live here on stream, Monday, 8 p.m. Maybe I should do it earlier in the morning, so then I have all day to actually share it with people and things. I'll decide. We'll see. We'll think about that later. But yes, it will be happening on Monday. Let's see. Oh, clearly not a gamer. Last game I got excited about was Celeste. Dude, Celeste is a fantastic game. Oh my god, if there was ever a 4 on the MovieOtter scale, it was Celeste. That game, so good. So good. Oh, you like board games? What board games? What was some of the last board games you played? This is what I need to steal. Increment. We're gonna update that, and actually we can return that, if I'm not mistaken. I am pretty sure this is all I gotta do. And then on watched, delete it. Let's see, is that? There's that. Nope. Whole thing. That. We will get rid of this extra garbage here that doesn't actually exist. On delete. Yep. That's fine. Bring in the data. Cast it. Cool. User doc. Sweet. Return user doc dot update. Basically the same thing we have up here. Our watched movies field. We're gonna decrement though. And that's it. That's simple. It didn't take long at all. That is not a lot at all. Sweet. Easy as pie. I like this. I like when things can be easy for a change. And that should be all we need for our functions, for our serverless functions. npm run deploy dev. Let's deploy this out with our changes and all our stuff. Let's see. Ghost of Tsushima coming out on the 17th too. It's gonna be busy. Yeah. It's. I'm excited that they're bringing the heat with these announcements and stuff. Like, because to me, this. Oh no! Wait. Data.user ID. Data.user ID. Cool. To me, all this means is that all good stuff is happening. We are inching closer and closer to next gen consoles. And again, I think on the 4th, I think we are hopefully going to hear some more about the PlayStation 5. So I am very, very excited about that. Let's see. What I meant was I added a new AWS server in US East for my app too. Ooh, nice. Oh wait, yeah, I think somebody asked where am I gonna be hosting this? Somebody asked that before. I'm actually just hosting this also using Firebase. Firebase has a hosting platform as well. I just point my domain, which I also bought from Google. Just point that to my Firebase project, deploy my files, and they cache it on CDNs all across the globe. Makes everything super easy, actually. So it's pretty good. Oh, it was you. Oh, there you go. Yeah. My hope is that once MovieOtter is out there, right? Let's see, like pie in the sky, release MovieOtter. People start using it. It picks up somewhat of a following and stuff like that. Then as my next developer goal, right, engineering goal would be to migrate off of Firebase and onto just like actual GCP products, right? And even then, once that happens, and maybe not, maybe I don't go to GCP, maybe I go to AWS or Azure, or who knows, right? Like who knows what the next thing is going to be. Likely though, I feel like I would probably just stay with GCP since it's all set up already for GCP. And Firebase under the hood is actually just running on GCP. It's sort of like, the Elastic Beanstalk with AWS. Technically, that's just running on AWS, right? Like normal EC2 infrastructure. It's just that they do a lot of the management for you. So the goal, my own personal developer engineering goal, is going to be to learn more about how GCP works and all the underlying DevOpsy things that you need to do in order to run an app, and just dive into that stuff. Learn more about that. Let's see. Announced a puzzle game he's launching later this month. That's the only upcoming game I know about. That sounds cool. I have a bunch of friends who make games, and every time I hear about those, I get pretty hyped. Ooh, Catan, Ticket to Ride. Oh, dude, those are all great. I don't think any console is gonna be outdo the other. I think they're both gonna have their strengths and weaknesses, right? One might be more powerful out the gate. One might have better launch titles. It's gonna be a wash. It's pretty much gonna be whatever console you played before or whatever console your friends are getting is probably gonna be the console to get for you. Let's see. Film Beavers hosted at NASA? How'd you pull those strings? What? When did that happen? Oh crap! You know what? I gotta do another deploy. Watched movie. Oh man, this needs to be pluralized. That's okay. It's an easy fix. Everything else is plural, so I guess I'll keep my naming convention the same. Cool. Save that. Let's deploy again. I have a lot of friends. Build did me a solid. That's funny. Let's see. Getting off Firebase would be to keep costs down or more to learn about backend tech? Probably just more to learn about backend tech. Like I kind of mentioned it before. I think they give you actually a lot of room to grow with Firebase, and as long as you're conscious about how you're fetching and storing data and stuff like that, it actually can be, from my understanding, it can actually be pretty cost effective for a while, right? Unless you like really blow up, right? Like if you, I don't know, had something that like TikTok, right? I feel like TikTok was nothing under the radar, small thing, people barely talk, and then boom, it like skyrocketed into popularity, right? Like if you were to make that kind of jump, sure, being on Firebase, you could be totally hosed based on pricing and stuff like that. But as far as like assuming we just stick with like steady, you know, growth over time and everything like that, I'm not worried about the pricing for Firebase. It is more, yeah, just to kind of learn backend tech. That is a huge gap in my kind of like engineering knowledge, right? Like I've played around with Node, I've spun up some MongoDB servers before and stuff like that, but like as far as like hosting stuff, like, you know, having a SSH into some VM that's running on some remote server somewhere and then configure a thing so that it points to the right other thing and all that, totally over my head. Docker is definitely something I want to look into. And I understand, or at least to my understanding, Docker is more for like, you know, it solves that, well, it worked on my machine kind of thing, kind of issue that developers run into. And it makes it even easier, I guess, to like switch from, you know, say you wanted to switch from GCP to AWS to Azure to whatever. As long as they support Docker or Kubernetes, then like, I guess you could just plug and plop into all these different tech cloud infrastructures. So that's kind of cool. I would love to set it up with, you know, if it's a one-time setup kind of thing, I would love to get MovieOtter running on Docker. But I don't know. I could totally also be wrong. I have no idea what really Docker is because I've never really played around with it. So, but yeah. Okay. That looks like it was deployed. Now it looks like it's just in our web. That is the only thing we need to worry about. If we go to database, if we go to our data, there's our watch later. Actually, from here, right now, if we npm run dev, actually, nope, that's a lie. We gotta npm up, nope, npm run up core to update our core module. Did I make the design mocks for MovieOtter myself? Yes, I did. For anyone who doesn't know what he's talking about, we have dropped 2 links right here into chat. One is a Figma file with some of my designs for MovieOtter, some of the stuff that we didn't necessarily adhere to. And in fact, after we launch MVP, I'm probably going to go back to the design step, figure out how, this again, for those who don't know, MovieOtter started off as just a mobile app, right? This is supposed to be just a thing that you go to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and you download and use it that way. I talked to some friends and came to the blatant conclusion that I can actually be a lot faster with building it if I did it in just web tech, because that is my day job. That's what I'm most familiar with. That's what I have the most skill in. Basically remove variables to kind of assure that what I wanted to build, I could do, like it would be feasible. And so that's what I did. I pivoted a little later than I probably should have. Right? I should have figured this out earlier, but I pivoted and decided to build MovieOtter as a website. A mobile first website, but still a website. But in doing that, if you use the site, you'll see that like, okay, some of the larger screen layouts and stuff like that isn't great, right? I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it could be better. And so that is gonna be one of the things that I work on after Monday, after we launch the MVP, is actually go back to the drawing board and yeah, do some redesigning of things, making pages that actually have, you know, responsiveness built in mind and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, no, I'm pretty excited. Not gonna lie. Okay, so if we go here, what you guys should actually see is, where's users? If I go to me, maybe I didn't do it. Let's see. Oh, wait, no, I need to. There we go. If we pull this up, pull this over here, and if we hard refresh, right, fetch all the new code and everything like that, when I log in, something should fire that updates us to the latest version. Cool. And in being updated to the latest version, I don't know why it's not showing it, but we have our watched movies count, which is here by default. Cool. Now we actually haven't watched a movie. We'll get to that in a second, but so far so good. What I'm thinking is maybe adding an entry here in this list to just tag a movie as watched or not watched. You found me on Twitter. Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you so much. Let's see. Man, I set up LXC, Linux, cross, camels. I don't know what LXC means. But yes, yeah, I want to learn. Need more help with front end. Better at back end than front end. Yeah, dude, databases are so cool. I wanna learn them. Dude, DevOps stuff scares me though. AVH, if you have resources that you could point me to for learning more of the DevOps things, please let me know. I am terrified. I'm so afraid that I'm gonna hit the wrong button or set the wrong value and then just crash everything, right? Like deep down, that is a fear I have. And I really hope that doesn't happen. Oh no, it looks like, one second. If I go to my page, hopefully this doesn't play. I couldn't catch what it was you said off brand as low level of containers which Docker uses. Ah, okay, cool, nice, dope. I did not have my mod view up, so I wasn't able to actually see what it was you said. How dare I not have the entire large project planned from day one? I know, I'm sorry. I try. My website is made desktop first. Yeah. There's a lot of sites that are. I mean, and you know, depending on what you're making, that's not bad, right? Like if I was to make like Figma, right? The tool I just dropped in chat, that is a desktop only site, right? You know, if you try to load that site on the phone, you maybe can pinch and zoom and like see, but like it's really a keyboard and mouse kind of app, so it only really works on desktop. You can get away now with like an iPad or a tablet if it supports keyboard and mouse, but even then it could be a rough go. It could be a very rough go. Okay, where is it? Here. So cool, that's all set up. We can jump into movie poster and we can start working in here. So what I want to do is somewhere in here we have, no, it's movie profile. I want movie poster. There we go. Somewhere in here we have our action menu. Here, perfect, right here. Oh, you know what? This is, how do I want to do this? I guess we can start off with just flagging something as watched, right? Maybe you can hard set excuse me, maybe you can hard set a date. But for now, we could just go off of whatever the current date is, right? I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Cool. So if we, what is some front end advice I have? Ooh, I would say, if I had to give advice, I would say pick a technology, like pick a framework, a library, or whatever it is you want to learn. Pick one of the big three, right? React, Vue, or Angular. Probably in that order. So I don't know. Some people might put Angular above Vue. Some people might put Vue above React or whatever. Personally, that is my order. Pick one of those three and just learn one of it. Like learn that one. Become very comfortable in it. Learn it. You know, try to learn all the quirks, the ins and outs of it that you can. And then once you then maybe, like after you're very comfortable in it, then and only then maybe dabble in another one, just so you can really kind of understand then the differences of why, you know, library A did things this way and library B did things that way, right? It's very helpful to have something to compare and contrast. But again, only once you've learned how it works. Okay, I think I'm gonna need a new hook. We have our use watch later hook. Let's have, ooh. Oh, see you, dude. See you, JTP. Thank you for hanging out. It was nice having you around. Well, I got a DevOps start from playing around with installing Linux all throughout high school. That's pretty cool. I guess for me, it was mainly playing around with things that sounded interesting. Oh yeah, remember to shut down anything that costs money when you're done playing with it. Yeah. I had like an EC2 instance running on AWS for, I think like 2 or 3 months before I realized it. And obviously it didn't cost a lot. Like, I mean, it might have been $4 or $7 or something like that, right? But it was then that it dawned on me, like, oh yeah, these machines, they're in the cloud. I have to control them and remember to shut them off when we don't need them. I can't see what you guys are sharing. I disabled links for non-mods just because we ran into some issues before. Catacode is a really cool learning resource for getting intros to stuff. If you join our Discord, feel free to drop a link in random there, and then after stream, I don't check Discord while streaming, but after stream, I'll go through, check out all the links that you guys share, things like that. Okay, you posted a link to Catacode. Sweet, thank you. I will check that out. There you go, Cerebral. Thank you so much for that command. I added it. I finally added it just for you, buddy. Yeah. So you guys can go ahead, join our Discord, share. I actually think we made a channel for sharing and like partnering up and pairing up with people. So definitely worth giving it a checking it out. You know, some jQuery. jQuery is the way to go. That is a good start. If you maybe are not sure, or if your needs for a website are very simple, right? Yeah, I mean, jQuery is still used. It has not died. The world still runs a lot on jQuery, for good or for bad. But yeah, so yes, if you know that, I mean, hey, you can get started. You can make some interactive websites and start doing things there. But if you would like to get a job in the industry, right, or become, I don't know, like if your goal is to work at like a more tech startup-y kind of place, right? Obviously, if you could get a job building websites with almost any technology, right? But if you're trying to go for like a dream, company or something like that, where they do heavy tech stuff, like heavy engineering and web development stuff, I personally find that a lot of them focus on just those three. 100%. I'm sure going to be outliers, right? Like some of you guys may work at a place that is considered a big tech company that specializes in still using jQuery or just vanilla JavaScript and no frameworks or libraries. I will say the vast majority, though, from what I hear, like startups and things like that, they use a lot of the React Vue Angular. I use Microsoft Word for my web dev. Oh man, Pat, I would love to see you build a website, not design it, build it. I want to see you in a text editor, working with an IDE or something, right? Not Dreamweaver, no, none of that. I want to see you actually code a website. I would have loved to see that. Also, Pat, are you down for some Rocket League in today's cooldown? How's that sound? Phil Beaver. maybe you did not code that. yes you are. Sweet, that is music to my ears. Okay, we need to build another hook so that we can log movies that we've watched, and we can, I'm not gonna do that, let's use favorited movie, just so that we can easily find names to find and replace, like words to find and replace. Use watched movie. Sure, sounds good. Use what to update import? No, don't update imports. What? Oh, it renamed it. Oh crap, hold on. Oh crap, what was it called? Here, I know what I can do. I can just go over here. We will discard these two changes. Thankfully, I am using Git, and we can refresh now. Oh god, we can refresh now. Why is it not refreshing? Well, oh, there we go. Our favorite movie is back. Use watched movie still exists. Boom. Crisis averted. Ooh, that was bad. That was real bad. Back in the day, I could build websites in Notepad or whatever. Dude, heck yeah. Is that you, One Dark? Yeah, One Dark knows. I've never done that, so I don't know, but One Dark knows. I feel like I'm really curious to know how old you are, One Dark. Not because I think you're old or anything, but because you speak as if you are this like veteran 120-year-old 3 Army war vet. And back in my day, we coded on sticks and stones. And it's like, oh come on. Let's see. We can have this. He thinks you're old. Ooh, interesting. I guess technically this is I guess technically oh man, this is hard. I know this. How do we want to do this? I guess we can't use our doc exist necessarily because we've changed the structure of how we're actually storing these. Oh, you know what would be cool is you can totally watch a movie more than once, and I definitely want to allow you to watch a movie more than once. What I think I'll do, use watched movie. We will have the user ID, that is a string, and the movie ID, which is also a string. And we can... Oh, you know what? Let's reverse this so that we can do something cool here. We'll say movie ID is string and the user ID is an optional string. And the reason why we're going to do this is so if we use this hook and we don't pass in a user ID, like say we're not looking for a specific person, we can just default to the currently logged in user, which I think is a pretty clean way of doing it. Only 32? Oh my gosh. You are like the prime demographic in dev years. What are you talking about? I guess technically prime demographic. It's like it's a camel's back, right? It peaks at like 18, it dips, and then it peaks again at like 34. Do you play Apex Legends or any FPS game? FPS game, man, words are hard. FPS games. If you do, what are your favorite? Well, for a long time, I was becoming a very, very avid Call of Duty player. The latest Modern Warfare was my jam. I still like the game. The only thing I don't like is how large the game file has gotten. So massive, so incredibly massive. I don't understand how that is acceptable. I just don't. But here we are, you know? So let's see. Collection path. Oh, we already know the collection path. That's something we can add to the core. Yeah, core watched movie. We have a collection name, and we have a document path. What we need is a collection path, and something that has a collection path is movie, so we can copy how we did things here. Nope, I lied, not movie. Cast member? Yeah, cast member has one. So let's copy these. Go back to our... You bought, yeah. Oh no, is the stream laggy? It's lagging a little bit. What? What do you mean? Is it really? I blame you, Pat. You had me change my settings. And now it's laggy. Do you hear that? You hear the people? They're screaming. They're furious. It's so sad. I trusted you. Trusted you with everything I had. Watched movie core. This doesn't exist anymore. This one's the one I want. Okay. Okay, so the collection path is in movie core, we build off of the document path. Okay, so that starts with the slash. So this, we'll say this watch movie dot collection name. And that's it. Easy peasy. I like it. Okay, so this is the collection path. Not even forward, it's just the collection path. Cool. And then document path for a watch ID is gonna be watched movie collection path / watch ID. There we go. Nope. No, I deleted the wrong thing. Okay. That is good. That's some good code right there. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's deploy one more time. It certainly won't be the last, but we'll see. You're finding me 54120. What is that? See? One Dark is saying that's lagging. C Films is lagging. Sokuchill says it's lagging. I believe them, okay? You're outnumbered. You are outvoted. Okay. Okay, deployed. Let's go back to web. Update our core. Pull that in. We can have everything working all nice and clean. Okay, here we go. Fonts query. Oh, no. This needs to go within an effect. Let's see. Let's see. Import something from React. What that something is going to be use effect. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we have set up in a use effect, first of all, because that's kind of important. We want to make sure that we're catching the right thing and everything like that. Const user ID of watched movie. Oh, that's gross. Is going to be user ID. Actually, no, this is a bad way of doing it. We'll say if the user ID changes. No, that's actually a good way to do it. Crap. Sweet. Okay. Is user ID or current user ID. And when this changes is when we will rerun this. Let unsubscribe equal sure. First that. Then we'll say if we have a movie ID and we have a user ID of watched movie. We'll do some stuff, but before that, we need to first run this unsubscribe. If and when this gets unmounted. Let's see. So you're mainly a web developer with a focus on JS? Yeah, I guess you could say that, yeah. I personally, I've had some experience with like proper app development, right? So like working on iOS and a little bit of Android, like a teeniest tiny bit of Android. Wasn't the biggest fan of that, but along came Flutter, which I've played around with Flutter a little bit. That was originally going to be how I built MovieOtter, again, back when it was just going to be a mobile app. And so eventually I would actually love to take another stab at that, play around with that some more. It's really, really good. It is by far my favorite thing. So that is something I'll be playing around with again. But yeah, I guess for ease of labeling, I am primarily, yes, a front-end dev, and I mostly do JavaScript stuff. Yeah, in some way, shape, or form, it's all coming back to JavaScript for me. Cool. So we would say unsubscribe equals. We got to bring in Firebase. Okay. Oh, we already have Firebase. Cool. Even better. Firebase Firestore dot collection MovieOtter dot watched movie dot collect no dot oh wait, did I not? No, I didn't. I have to stop this. We have to update because I just pushed that change and apparently I didn't load it. Either that or I just didn't restart the TypeScript server. Ooh, 111V. How's it going, dude? How long have I been doing JS? Oh God. For what I since I started learning back in college, which would have been 2013. So like yeah, like 7 years, 7 8 years, somewhere around there. Um, let's see. Streams was better. Hasn't been lagging a bit. Okay, sweet. It was Cerebro. He turned off the lag switch on my end, and I guess it's back to normal now. Thank you so much for that, Pat. Appreciate it. Have you tried PHP or SQL? I have not tried SQL, but my first job out of college was actually working with PHP. I was a PHP developer at this, more or less. It was like an ad agency that we, people would hire us to make websites for them. I was not a part of the website making team. I worked for the kind of parent ad company that so Hearst Media, some of you guys might know them. I think if you are a New York City resident, there's Hearst Tower. They own some media publications here in the Bay. They own SF Gate, and I think the San Francisco Chronicle. They own Houston something or another, the Dallas something or another, all that stuff. And then even when I started my job at IGN, actually, we were still running a PHP backend. We've since moved over to node-based stuff. But yeah, we were doing PHP here even for a bit. What do I think of PHP? I did not like it. I hear that with PHP 7, is that the latest major version? It's 7 or 11. It was one of those. But with whatever the latest PHP version, apparently it's a lot better. And so I would love one day to dive back into it, but to be very honest, I'm not super inclined to do that. I don't think I did not enjoy my time with it enough to want to jump back in. So it would have to be, I would rather honestly learn maybe just like Rails or Ruby on Rails, to just be able to kind of jump in and do a lot of stuff there. But all that said, with PHP, I think Laravel, right? Laravel. I never 7. Okay, it is 7. Yeah. I hear that actually makes it really good, really pleasant to work with again. So who knows? I'm not gonna say never, right? But I would be surprised if in the near future I worked with PHP again. And you like it? Hey man, go for it. I am not knocking PHP as a language, right? Like every language has its up to down. I mean, hell, if you look at JavaScript, right, that is there is a reason that like people bag on it so much. It's because it has so many quirks and so many of these like weird limitations that other languages don't, things like that, right? And so no language is perfect. But so yeah, if you found one that you like and you can get like very fluent with it and everything, dude, learn it. That's the way to go. Let's limit this to just one. We only need one. And oh wait, we're gonna do a couple things here. Let's close this so we can see a little bit more code here. Okay. So we get our collection. First, we want to. Is it order by? Oh man, date time. And we want to go in descending order. We want to limit to 1. I think this means that we're going to get the most recent watched entity, right? Ooh, I really want to try Go. I heard Go's the one with the really derpy looking gopher as the logo, right? I really want to try Go. I really want to try Rust, even though I know that's, maybe a different use case, but I still just kind of want to play around with it. And I really want to try Oh, what is it? There's Go, there's Rust. There was another one. I can't think of it now, but there was another one that I also want to try. Ooh, C#. Yeah, dude, that's a good way to go. Jump into that Unity, start poking around, making things. It's a solid way to go, actually. Const. We're gonna need some state here too. So, let's say watched movie, set watched movie equals use state. No. Or I guess you could just say nothing. MovieOtter watched movie. What does unsubscribe mean? So because we're using Firebase, and the thing we're actually doing is setting up a on snapshot kind of event listener. And so when we call this, right, we're passing in this callback function, and anytime the data of the database changes, it's going to call our callback here and let us know of the changes. It's going to tell us what's different. It's going to give us the new data, as well as other like contextual information surrounding it, related to like the data changing or existing or not existing, right? But when we set up this listener, right, this on snapshot listener, this is going to return a function to call to stop listening. I think just in the language that Firebase uses, it's or maybe it's even more common than that. But it's called the unsubscribe function. And so we are subscribing to snapshots here, and it returns the function to call when you want to unsubscribe. And so we are, whenever this component unmounts, this use effect gets torn down, we're going to unsubscribe from this listener and then possibly create another one in the next frame, kind of thing. Ooh, Python. Python was actually the first language I ever learned. Learned it in college. It was a ton of fun. It was, man, my professor was really fun. He was really good. He gave me just enough rope to hang myself with. He taught us all like the little turtle commands, and he made us doing all these recursive drawings with turtle and all this other stuff. And I was hooked. I was hooked from there on out. I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is cool. I like programming. I can make a computer do weird, dumb, stupid stuff. Oh yeah, I'm for it. Okay, so we have the snapshot. We're gonna say if snapshot exists or is empty. All right, fine. Because we're getting back a couple or potentially multiple items. We're gonna set watched movie to null. We don't have a watched movie for this yet. Else, we are gonna get the data equals snapshot dot docs at index 0. Get the data from that. I think we also want to server timestamp, set the estimate. We want to estimate any timestamp stuff that we pass in. And this data is going to come back as I watched a movie. That sounds like a sentence. I didn't mean for it to. Okay. Once we have the data, watched movie. Oh, well. The item is going to be a MovieOtter watched movie from a document, and it's going to be data. Oh, that's right. This is going off of Firebase timestamp. Oh, no, I messed that up. I need to do it from MovieOtter, Firebase timestamp. Cool, cool. There we go. Okay. And actually, we can skip this step. We can just say set watched movie to be the movie that we create here. Cool. Okay, I think that's pretty good so far. I think this is at least good enough for us to start working with. Let's see. I make my computer do dumb stuff every day. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, dude, databases are really cool. It's something I want to learn more. I want to dive into and just kind of check out. Right, there's so much there. That rabbit hole just goes so deep with all the different kinds of databases. The practices that you can do for managing them, upgrading or changing from one database to the other, keeping things in sync, keeping things performant. All that stuff sounds super fun. Database administration used to be one of the hot jobs back in the day. Yeah. I mean, it still is hot. Like I wouldn't count it out at all by any means. But you know, hey, maybe not. Maybe I'm a fool. Yeah, we're not gonna use this. At least not as is. Are we gonna have it on create? No, but we do get in a movie and an ID. And so what we can do is we can have log watch. And this can take in a reaction. But let's have it take in an object, because not everything here is going to be easy to... So everything in here is going to be optional. So let's see. So we could take in... First of all, we'll optionally take in something to begin with. Which I guess I just don't need to do that. Okay, we can have a date time. Date time, which can be a string or date. Okay. They're gonna make me do this. Okay, why are you upset? This is the right way to do it. I'm doing it the right way. What? You know what? Let's make everything not optional first. String or date. Still upset by that, huh? We're not gonna... Well, I guess we can let you delete. Let you update, maybe? We'll have on delete and we'll have on update. All of these things are only going to be doable if current user. Actually, all of these things are only going to be doable if the user ID of the movie is equal and the user ID is equal to current user ID. Why is it angry? I did nothing to you. What? We don't know that this could be null. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Still, oh, okay, whatever, fine, you win, computer. Now DB admin is turned to DevOps engineering. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You really don't hear the term database administrative anymore. It's all just DevOps, developer operations. Huh. Um, if that, oh, that's because of my stupid fat finger typo here. Okay. So we'll have on delete. Let's also make on maybe update log. And maybe delete log. Actually, what I would love for this to be is an object. User ID is an optional string, or watched ID is an optional string. But I guess maybe this whole thing should just be an object. I think I'm overthinking it again. Yeah, I'm overthinking it again. Okay, we're not gonna do that. Let's take a step back. You can only get them. You can only get this one here by knowing the movie ID and the user ID, and that's just how we are gonna work with it for now. Cool. Okay. Oh, that's probably why it was messed up before then. So if I want it to know the date time, which can be a string or a null or a date, and here, okay, now I can pull in date time. Okay, cool, not so bad then. So there's a date time, there's notes, which can be a string. That's what I called it, right? I'm 95% sure that was what I called it. Notes, yep, and then also reaction. MovieOtter reaction. Cool, so we can have a date time, we can have notes, we can have a reaction. I made these. Oh, I guess you need to have a date. Okay, but logging it will fill in a date time if you don't pass this one. Okay. So far, so good. Let's see. Did I watch Night After Roxbury yet? No. I have not had time to watch anything, dude. I mean, we are beast. We are gonna be bumping right up against the final hour here. There's still so much I want to do. There's still features I'm trying to get in here, but well, let's see. Let's do it on prod. I'm pretty sure actually it's still in my watch later list. Let's see. Should be somewhere in here. I should make a way to organize these. What? Did I pass it? Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, I passed it. Which beast? I don't think you've seen this unless you were lurking. Yeah, so like every software project ever. Yes, we finished the improvements here. Will Ferrell's in this? Clark Duncan? What? All right, okay. You got me. You hooked me in. I'm a little bit more interested than I was before. I'm not gonna lie. Who else is in this? Um, Eva Mendes is okay. All right. Yeah. This is a watch. Okay. Yeah. This is a watch later list for sure. I am very very interested now. um, in time. Ooh. Um, in time. Is that the Justin Timberlake one? Yeah. Yeah. I did see it. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But Beast, yes, we added things to our database. We now are importing in cast members and characters. We are doing it fully too. We're not limited to just 5 or 10. Just any of the cast members that the movie database has, we import those. We create entries for them. Eventually, later on, we'll be able to do cool stuff like, oh, I can click on Justin Timberlake and see all the movies that he's been in. But for now, we aren't doing any of that. Yeah, Olivia Wilde isn't here. Actually, really enjoyed this movie. I remember thinking it was a really cool premise. I thought it was very very interesting. It was fun, it wasn't like winning any awards or anything, but I was very happy with it. I thought it was pretty cool. Definitely underrated. I can definitely see. I feel like people just would bag on that movie just because of what it is, right? Oh, Shines Love. I don't know if you're here still. I never got around to adding that command, but you can instead. It's command the project we're working on, which I guess you wouldn't know if you were just joining us. But we are trying to build MovieOtter, this cool movie tracking, movie sharing, movie viewers tool. There's still a lot of cool information I want to add about movies to keep in here and have people also add, right? Would it be bad? Would I be wrong? Here's a developer moral question for you guys, right? So I'm a big Reddit user, right? I'm a big fan of Reddit. Not all of Reddit, but there's definitely some subreddits that huge fan of, right? One of the subreddits I go to a lot, or at least often enough, is r/movie details, right? And I had the thought, like, would it be wrong for me to add that feature into MovieOtter, right? Because I really love that. Like, if I find a movie I really like, I like reading up more about it, right? I love kind of learning about how it was made, or what are some of the fun things people did behind the scenes, or on set and stuff like that. So like there's r/movies in the making, right? Like I really would love to kind of build a lot of that information archive stuff into MovieOtter, so you can go to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and see some behind the scene clips from the filming of it, or anything like that. Oh, you don't use Reddit. Well, it could be worth it. It could be worth checking out. It is certainly a fan favorite of mine. I use it quite often. Okay, so you guys let me know. I think that's pretty solid and not a terribly bad idea, right? I mean, I think it's just adding a formalized version to something people are already doing. IMDb, I know they also have some stuff like that. They keep sort of those facts and things, but yeah, so that was my thought. I wouldn't necessarily, if I did ever like steal some of the things that people share there, certainly more than willing to cite and give credit where credit is due. I have no problem saying that I took something from Reddit, right? I think that is an issue that the internet at large has, is that when people steal a photo from Instagram or a thing from Reddit or a video from TikTok or something, people just get in this weird angry vicious circle about, oh, you stole this from this, or you stole that from there, or cite the artist and blah blah blah, right? I'm willing to do all that. I would love to do all that. I would do all of that. It is more just the question of, do you think that is cool information to have or not? Oh, sweet. Wonder. Yes. You just cleared the browser cache on my desktop and I fixed the issue for logging in on. Huh, man, dude, that is so weird. I have no idea why that was even an issue, but I mean, if it's fixed, then I guess I'm not gonna worry about it. Fingers crossed, right? I still have the ticket actually for adding like putting in the ability to from the login screen, having it separating sign up and log in, because I think that is kind of one of the problems with it right now, right? The UX it just is non-existent. It is boom, here's an account. You click a button and here you go. There should be a little bit more to that. So but thank you for letting me know. Thank you for checking back in. Oh, dude, ultralight's a really good one. That's actually a really good one. I'm amazed at how light people can get their gear. Dude, it's like incredible. I think there's also one, it's like r/ minimal gear or minimalist gear, something like that. Something very, very verbose, like very direct at what it is, right? But it's just about just people sharing like small and light and compact outside of ultralight. Can they get things? Not just like camping gear, not just hiking gear. It's just think, how small can we make this? Here, you know, like here's my super small camera bag, right? Where it's a camera, a lens, in a small container, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yo, I could just do this all day. Oh, dude. Well, thank you. But don't let that stop you. Don't let me having a little bit more design stop you from working on yours, right? Just because, I from when I was on your site, yours seemed like it was focusing more on like Seattle movies and things that was filmed, or people that are visiting Seattle, movies that were filmed in Seattle, movies that take place in Seattle, movies that were made in Seattle and stuff, right? So I think that right there is different enough. I definitely don't encourage you to compare what you are building to what I am building. Oh my god, it goes in the machine. Thank you so much for the follow, dude. That's an awesome name. Yeah, I went from like 20 pounds to just under 10 if I don't take my chair. Yeah, right? I can drop an easy 200 pounds if I just don't go hiking. If I send someone in my absence, then that's how you get the real light hiking, all right? I buy a little RC car, I can get my weight down to nothing. Okay. So when we're creating, we need to create Firebase, Firestore, the collection. What I want to do, collection MovieOtter. This is actually going to be very, very easy. Oh, you know what? We should also have a loading state in here. Or maybe a working state. Set working. Because we don't want you to be able to spam the watch button, right? We want to be able to... Or maybe processing. Set processing. There we go. Because I don't want you to be able to spam like the create or update button or anything like that. So whenever we are doing some work, we will return processing set to true or false or whatever, so that VR hiking beast code, dude, that's such a good idea. Holy crap. Oh my god, who Matthew Smoda? Oh, I feel it. Matthew Smoda. It's got to be Matthew Smoda. How's it going, dude? Thank you so much for the follow. Let me know if I said it right. I try to pride myself in pronouncing things correctly, which is funny because I am terrible at the English language. No, Wondark, you can't say that you watched The Lord of the Rings in its entirety back to back in 4 seconds 18 times. All right, I'm not gonna allow it. It's physically impossible. All right, if you want to do that, you're gonna have to do it one at a time like everyone else. Okay, so we have this watched movie dot collection path. Perfect. That's all we need. Doc set. This is gonna be easier than I thought. Cool. Ooh. Well, hold on. I might have spoke too soon. First of all, collection path is a function. Thank you for yelling at me, computer. You finally did your job. Okay, when we're logging a watch, we are saying I want to log that I've watched this movie just now. Okay. And in order to do that, I need to set some data. Let's first make this data equal. Oh, did I name something else data already? No, I didn't. Data is MovieOtter.I watched movie. Okay, the movie ID or the movie. Oh no, I used simple movie data, didn't I? Crap. Well, that just means that this needs to be MovieOtter.simple movie data. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. If movie.movie ID we also never filtered for this. So when we're searching for our movie, we need to say where movie.movie ID equals movie.movie ID. Cool. We're limited to one. Cool. Okay, movie ID. Anytime that changes or any of this stuff changes, we're gonna do that. Dude, VR hiking would be dope. I know I got distracted a little bit. Somebody, please make a VR hiking game. That would be so dope. If you do, have you seen what they were able to do with like scanning and saving in what was it in like Syndicate? No, not Syndicate. It was one of the Assassin's Creeds. They were able to like scan in all these like historical buildings and like monuments and structures and stuff and like make it actually accurate. And then like you could just walk around the game world and visit. Was it Unity? Yeah, it was Unity. Like, give me that in VR. I would love to. I don't want to buy a plane ticket to visit ancient Egypt. I guess modern Egypt, right? Or ancient Egypt. You know, I definitely can't buy a plane ticket to visit ancient Egypt. Give me that in VR. I will drop $50 easily $50 to just walk around modern day Italy, right? Like, how cool would that be? What is this, 2003? Oh, what? I guess you're right. Get $60, right? That's how much video games cost. Ooh. Oh man, Tarseg? Oh, it's so hard. Tarseg. I'm gonna go with Tarseg. Thank you so much for the follow, Tarseg. Hopefully I said it right. I said it 3 times, so it has to be right. But you can confirm in chat and let me know if I pronounced it right. Isaiah trying to buy ancient Egypt, but he's wishing for a sale. Yeah, dude, I gotta wait until it goes on sale on Steam. All right, I can't be dropping modern day prices for ancient Egypt. All right, I need that sweet deal. Movie's gonna be movie. That's easy. What else? We don't need to worry about watch ID. Let's see. User ID is gonna be. Ooh, it's got to be current user dot user ID. What else we got? Notes. It's gonna be notes or null. Reaction, it's going to be reaction or null. Make sure we set it to a hard null. And then date time, this is going to be oh, I said it right. Nice, dude. I need to make a streak on here, or make some stream overlay thing on here, a widget on here to just count and see how big we can actually get this streak to go, because I am very, very excited. I have not missed one, I think, ever, like at least not in the past who knows how long, right? Nobody's complained that I've mispronounced anything, and that's all I can go by. If they don't tell me I'm wrong, I'm always right. That's how you win at the game. Okay. Date time. Ooh, this one's gonna be interesting. So date time can technically come in. Maybe we should just always take in a date. Yeah, I think we should only allow. Actually, we should only allow for date.js. No. Date is gonna be fine. Date is gonna be date time or Firebase Firestore server. Oh crap, where is it? Timestamp. Is that a function? Nope, that's not what I want. Firestore dot crap. Field value dot server timestamp. There we go. And this is a function. Okay. Don't worry, it's fine. Just stop worrying. As date, just as unknown as date. Just stop caring. I know what I'm doing here. Okay. Data is declared. Oh, watched ID isn't in here. You know what? That's fine. As MovieOtter, we're being really bad developers right now. As watched movie. Cool. So we have this data. We're gonna set this data. And then I guess technically this can be async. So really what we need to do, there's a couple things we need to do here. Okay. First, we need to see that we're running. Let running equals true. Oh wait, no, this isn't a crap. How do I want to do this? This isn't in a use effect or anything. Dot. Oh, I could do that. It feels gross. Nah, I'd rather just check it here. So if all this stuff is happening, we're gonna do this. We're gonna await the setting, and then actually before we await the setting, we're gonna set processing to true, and then after we're gonna set processing conditionally to false. And the reason why I do it conditionally is because if this component gets unmounted in the time it takes to set this data, then we need to not try to set processing, because this function isn't going to exist anymore. It would have been removed from the hierarchy, from the React tree, and everything like that. So it is just trying to be a little more careful about what we're doing. Okay. So fun stuff. Guess what? This whole innards, the whole inner body here, copy paste, because update is pretty much the exact same thing. Except with update, now you would be updating the one that currently exists, so it is a little bit different. I guess first let's define our props that are coming, or parameters that are coming in, arguments that are coming in. Sure, we'll make this async as well. Well, technically we don't have to. So, no, we do, because we need to at least stop the processing. Okay. So we might get a date time, we might get notes, we might get a reaction. Okay. What we need to do is, this is gonna stay the same. This is gonna stay the same. Except this is actually gonna be partial I watch movie data. The movie, we're not gonna let them change. The user ID, we're not gonna let them change. Only these three things here. And what's, oh, before we get there, let's see. We don't actually want the collection. We want the specific doc. So there's a couple things going on here. We're also only going to run this function. I'm sorry, I'm jumping all around. My brain is going a million miles a minute. We also only want to do this. We only want to let you update if you have a watched movie. If there is a watched movie. Okay. So now we could say the doc is going to be watched movie.document path, and we're going to update data. But I think, oh man, can't you? Hold on. No, I guess not. Field string blah 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 blah, or you just pass in the whole data. I thought there was a way. Oh man, let me look this up. I don't know if Firebase, because I know when I set data, I can't set anything with undefined. But I wonder with update if update treats it differently. Let's see. Firebase document update undefined. What does this want? This wants update data. Firebase update data. Database, this is database. How I can update data. Field is undefined. How to update Firebase data as it returns new undefined values at end of tree. What? That's not what I want. Fine, undefined. Doc data would be undefined in this case. Okay. It's never undefined for query doc snapshots. Well, that's not helpful. That doesn't tell me what I need to know. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe we can go through here. So if we go into Firestore, we have. Oh, I guess it would be a document reference. Yeah. And then we're trying to update. Okay. Update data. We might need to dive deeper into this. Let's see. Updates fields in a document referred to by this document reference. The update will fail if applied to a document that does not exist. Okay, that's fine. Data, update data, an object containing the fields and values with which to update the document. Fields can contain dots to reference nested fields within the document. Cool. Terms promised. It's not okay. Let's look up update data. Update data for use. Update field path so that map to values fields that contain dot reference nested document. But I want to know what happens when I use undefined. Firebase undefined in update data. Oh, is this the file I skipped before? Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe I'm prematurely thinking I'm gonna fail. So let's see. Nope. That or nope. That or nope. I keep hitting the same button. There we go. It's gonna be that or null. Reaction can be that or null. All right. Think this is what I want. I think this is what I want. We'll find out. We will find out. In here, you would have to actively pass in a new date time. But that makes things easier. That's for sure. God, I hope that works. I guess we'll find out. Okay, let's copy this if, because that's the same if we're going to use here, because you can only delete something that already exists. Let's copy this. Should be pretty similar as well, except oh wait, or not wait, async. Except instead of update, we're just gonna call delete. Cool. And then after all this is said and done, we're gonna return. Processing. Right? That's important. We need to know if we're doing stuff. It would help if I put it in the curly brackets. The watched movie. Why did that look funny? All right. The ad log. Why is nothing showing up? Why is it mad at? What did I do? Log watch. That's what it was. See what I mean? Like a log watch exists, but it just doesn't want to autocomplete. There's log watch, there's update log, and then there's delete log. I guess that's it. Right? Yeah, I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. The best way to test this is gonna be on MovieOtter. Yeah, Blitz. It's like, I know Firebase is really weird with like it doesn't accept undefined when I was trying to set data, but it accepts null as no value, right? Which is what null is. I didn't know if updates on the client side also have that weird gotcha to them as well. Sorry, the backend doesn't accept undefined as field values, only null. And null means set it to null, not don't change what's already there kind of thing. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh wait, you know what it is? You know what I think I could do? I thought there was there's like a merge. There's like a merge true that I can set somewhere. At least I thought, but I guess not. I don't like this. There's the data. Yeah, I don't like this. But we must move on. We must try other things. Nope, wrong file. MovieOtter TSX. Okay. Okay, now that we're here. Yeah, Blitz, it's weird. Okay, now that we're here, let's go ahead. Use watched movie. Copy, paste. All right, get rid of this. We don't need it. Ooh, we can do something fun now. We need to figure out an icon that we can use. Let's see. Material icons. What constitutes having logged something? History? What comes up with history? Okay. All right, a clock, right? That makes sense. One second. Okay. Maybe just time? Let's see what comes up with time. Ooh. Yeah, all right. I like the restore. I think that's a cool one. All right, let's add this in. Let's do Pat. Let's maybe do like a game or two of Rocket League as a cooldown. But it is getting late. I totally lost track of time. It is almost 11 here. That is, it's real late for me. I want to pull in this icon and create the button. Actually, you know what? No, let's actually switch to cooldown now. This is a new file. We haven't made any changes in this file yet, like at least regarding the work. So maybe this is a good place to stop. Yeah, okay, we're gonna stop here as far as the dev work. Thank you everyone who joined us so far in the stream. The stream is not over. It is only changing from one form to the next. That came off like a weird hippy dippy energy is neither created nor destroyed. Weird phrase. I don't know. It was weird. I didn't like it. But thank you all for joining us. If you only came here to see some development work, Unfortunately, we are at the end of that. You have hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead of you. But if you do want to just kind of hang out with us for a little bit longer, we're gonna play some Rocket League during our cooldown time for the stream. So for those who don't know, just so that I don't have to go immediately from coding and programming to sleeping in bed, because when that happens, I tend to just kind of stay up and think about programming and the problems I ran into and things I could do to fix it or how I can make it better. To alleviate that, I try to do something that is not programming, something a little bit more mindless before at the end of the streams before bed. And today that is going to be Rocket League. So let's jump into it.